Okay, we're back. We're doing. I think this is the fourth video we're doing. I can't remember exactly, but I know something bad's about to happen soonish. So, yeah, fun. I'm gonna go for the emo words this time, because why not? Uh, Tenacious D. uh, Undertale reference. Um, Surprise she likes marriage. I don't know why. Uh, Vivacious D. Oh my god, I should start a band and call it Vivacious D. That would be brilliant. Especially because I think Tenacious D are, not together anymore. Or are they? I don't know. I thought that was something because of Trump. Who would have guessed that Trump would have led to Tenacious D breaking up? I don't think they're gonna break up actually, because I don't know. I'm sure they're just waiting for this to blow over, which I think it has, because it was a couple of months ago. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah, uh-huh. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't all for you. I'm super happy that you're willing to help out the festival too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid, that's a pretty. No, she would have said they usually have fried squid, right? Yeah. It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on, are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Yeah, I'm not saying that. That's not how you say my name at all. Oh, so that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind, let's just focus on our own event for now. Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as yours or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyways? Oh, there you are. And this is the start of the emo streak. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hands in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh, is everything alright? Of course, why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see. Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. The conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Odie, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into this a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Odie. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She kinda seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing in her mind is you, Odie. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Eh? She's been so much happier since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Odie. Have you always thought that maybe you've seen... Have you thought that you've maybe always seen her as so cheerful? 'Cause that's just how she is when she's around you. I'm sorry, I said too much. What do I know anyways? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. You should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down to Sayori and gently talk to her. I bet you she's telling her to kill herself. I bet you good money. But she's keeping her voice quiet so that I can't hear her from here. I wonder why. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her if I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she just looks away with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her on her. My god, I can't read that sentence. I'm so fucking... I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Song change? Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I can tell that you want to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring at you or anything. I didn't get creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves, but if you were to prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit anything to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand anything. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, and that's it. I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Odie, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. She may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. I also feel some concern for her as well. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying her thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Yeah, I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honestly hearing, may uncover feelings you weren't aware in you. I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm good at understanding my own feelings. Yeah, with women, there's a lot of talking and going on. Like, they remember their friends' birthdays, they give them gifts. I don't do that for my friends, they don't do it for me. You know, they don't expect anything, I don't expect anything. I don't know most of their birthdays, and I don't think any of them know mine. Or, like, I don't want to text them and ask them, hey, do you guys remember when my birthday is? But I'm not gonna, because I can't. I know that some of them will know that it's in July, but when, I don't know. I've known some of them for years, and like the two guys that I've known the longest, I know the month, but I don't know like the day. You know, um, like the guy that I'm really chummy with. Yeah, I don't actually know his birthday. I can't even remember if it's in September or October. Hmm. September. I kind of want to text him that. Nah, I'm not gonna. But yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter because they don't really invite me to things. I don't invite them to things. I only really hang out with them in school, honestly. But yeah, whatever. Kind of sucks because I've applied to college, and so basically if I get in, I probably won't see them all that much. You know. So remember, I've been off school for a while, before, and I've never really seen them. But they were in school and I wasn't, so. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ah, that's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. As long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyways. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Not bloody likely. I really don't like tea. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she receives a small water pitcher from the shelf, kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I read that as electric knife, and I was like, what the hell are they doing with an electric knife in school? You know what? I don't even think my home ec department has an electric knife. They're really sketchy. Yeah. If any of you've used an electric knife, you'll know that they're not great. I've only ever seen them, I've only ever seen people use them to cut up birds, but, well, yeah, including yours truly, but yeah, I literally can't think of any use for them other than that. And even then, just use a knife. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk. Yeah, I should have read that. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Damn, long legs. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Thanks for a walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was gonna make some tea. I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain it to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay, sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? It's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Odie in club activities? Damn, it's... Jesus, that's brutal. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? There's something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. Yeah, I mean, anyone that tries to cock block me, no. Mm-mm. No, no. Yeah, they'd be getting talking to. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Odie, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't hide them away, but you simply amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Ah, no, wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yeah, I bet she's disappointed that she's in the friend zone. Yuri lifts her head. Odie, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri. Anyways, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. Odie, do you like oolong tea? Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I wonder what that is in Celsius. Uh, I'd Google it on my computer, but I don't know what's open in Chrome, so. Yeah, shit, let me check. Hold on. Okay, let's see. 200 Fahrenheit to Celsius. I bet this is really boring. 93.33. Really, that's? Hmm. I don't think my kettle goes that hot. Hmm. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a moron. Well, anyways. God, now I want to get up and check my kettle. Christ, the ADHD is real. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course, I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert in tea or anything. In that case, you will be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring leaves. Measuring leaves, is that right? How can I view the... Begins measuring the tea leaves. What the hell? Tea leaves? Measuring? Dude, all we have is bags. Then again, I'm definitely not fancy enough to be spending money on tea. I mean, I don't drink it, but, my ma does. My ma does. My mum does. Yeah, I've just exposed myself as British, haven't I? Whatever. To my surprise, she starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. Well, when it's you who's around anyways. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Odie. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Odie, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read it with my back against the wall, rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries, I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. If that's so, I wonder why it is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always the posture. That being said, I have back problems, and I don't exactly have decent-sized boobies. Because I'm a guy, but yeah, dude, I can't do any manual labor. Like, For one of my classes, I have to do manual labor sometimes, and it actually really fucking hurts. Like, doing what? Like, 140 minutes of manual labor? Dude, I can't do that. That hurts like a bastard. You know, every time, I've only had to do it twice. My back has been sore for for 2 or 3 days, but it's not been good. It's a shame because it's the only decent part about the class, and even then, it's kind of shit. Whatever, I've always done with that class anyway, so whatever. Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough, I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since we'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our side, as if in sync. Oh, God. No, that's nasty. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri sides closer until her shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to make sure about worrying I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to try and focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? You sure? Yes, of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Why not just say chocolate, but whatever. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me as if she needs to confirm what happened. Odie. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Wow. You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but... yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can know just from her expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Odie, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah, you do that. Yuri picks the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get this feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Yeah, I'll just do what I did last time. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell that you don't like it. You don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe, but that's not really what I meant though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Odie. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh. No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now, okay? If you insist. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. This one's alright. Alright? I'll take it from her. Well, about as good as yesterday's anyways. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I might at least try. Are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyways? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? And it's somebody that I can jump over like a fucking Mario Goomba? Well, probably not, because I bet you even though she's like 5'1", she's still not that much shorter than me. Yeah, we're not going to talk about how short I am. But what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. The pain in my stomach is Oh, I hate people like that. There's this guy that I wouldn't say I'm friends with him because I really do not like him. In fact, I pretty much call him. I don't know what I'd call him. I wouldn't call him my enemy because this isn't, a TV show or whatever. But yeah, I really don't like him. That's the thing. He pretty much resolves everything with violence, and he's, I mean, nobody likes him for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say. Like one of my friends, like he texts me, and it's usually when he has a class term and when the other guy tries to talk to him, and he's just like, he's so self unaware. I don't know how I've word that, but yeah, basically, the other guy, the guy that has to put up with the guy that I don't like. I remember he was texting me because he was having a study period with a guy, and he was like watching YouTube shorts, which is already a really bad thing, but not only that, but he was like, he was like listening to music so loud that everyone in the class could hear it. He's wearing headphones and everything, but I don't know, they must be really shitty, but yeah, he was just texting me that whole class. He was like, oh god, please kill me. And then he texted me again, like, yesterday, I think, basically saying the same thing, but, it wasn't a study period, it was, like, religious education, I think. Yeah. Maybe it was funny to her, I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth. Anyways, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. Beach. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. I do not like the beach. I really do not like sand. Considering I either need to walk around the sand with my bare feet, which, no, it gets in between my toes. I have to go home and shower, well, I'd probably already showered that day, depending on the time, but, I don't really feel like showering again. So it's either that or at least sand to my toes, which is horrible. you know. But then if he wears shoes on the beach, it gets in the shoes. So that's not great. And then you have to walk around with sand in your shoes. I really don't like the beach. And then you've got like the rocky beaches. They're worse. They're just so depressing. Like at least the sand had the effort to, stop being rocks, but the big rocky beaches, you can't even walk around on them. Also the water. I hate the water. I remember I was speaking to a doctor, and he basically said, no, I think she basically said that the water was like, basically, the most common way to get parasites in the Western world is through, like, water, I believe. So think about that next time you're swimming in a river or something. Yeah, if you thought public pools were disgusting, just think about that. Public pools are still disgusting because, people pee in them. Yeah, if you're wondering why chlorine smells the way that it does in pools, it's not actually the chlorine, it's chlorine mixing with the ammonia, which is in pee. And water doesn't have ammonia in it, so, there. I've just ruined water for all of you. That's why I don't swim anywhere but... Yeah, I don't swim anywhere. I was going to say I don't swim anywhere but at home, but, I don't swim in a bath. It'd be nice to have my own pool, though. But then again, there would probably be some family member that would, pee in it. I bet more people do it than they'd like to admit, but, no. Yeah, God. So, yeah, I've just ruined pools for whoever's watching this, so, yeah. You decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the meaning later. Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. After Yuri and I kind of realized we wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have both of us write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and trying to impress her by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care, I just did it anyways. I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Who should I show my poem to next? Odie, this is wonderful. I can feel the emotion that you've poured into it. This is a result of trying what I suggested yesterday. Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job explaining it. I want to try giving it more feeling. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. That probably sounds really dumb, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. You saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. You really think that? Fair enough. If this is taking place in high school, then... Yeah. Writing poetry... Well, a guy writing poetry, I'd probably be getting called gay. Which, fair enough, if one of my friends was writing poetry, I'd probably make fun of him a little bit, but... yeah. Even your close friends. For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri smiles sadly. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You can see I really enjoy reading. That's one way to put it anyway. Books are so full of amazing and inspiring people you want to fall in love with. Or people would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers or problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, Those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. They don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about me. I'm not a know-it-all, Odie. Fucking Odie. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Odie. I speak too slowly, I second guess myself all the time, I read too deeply into things, but every time you've treated me just like anyone else. And it's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. That's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. If other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I just joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've at least had one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah, we really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hand, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me just get it for you. I'd also like to clarify that this is probably not how things would go in real life. I mean, guys don't really talk about being friends, it just happens. You know, like, you know how I started being friends with my friends? Half of them are just because they were friends of friends and they hang out with us at lunch. But the two guys that I did know from the start, one of them I didn't talk to for about 3 years. You know, like he's a really quiet guy. He's actually kind of like Yuri, but not Ha. That's a weird thing to say. Nah, he's not gonna see it. Toby, if you're watching this, I'm real sorry. But yeah, anyways, the other guy, he was friendly. He was more approachable because he wasn't like he was actually talkative. But yeah, like I was basically just in a group with him for politics class, and we started a political campaign. And do you want to know what we called it? We called it B. Not like B, not like the letter B, not like the animal, the fucking bee emoji. Yes, seriously, that's what we did, and I can't remember anything else other than that. But yeah, I started hanging out with them, and well, 3 years later, probably more 3.5, honestly, I'm still hanging out with them. So, yay. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing style or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She really just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style, I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not too bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Considering I've watched Jaws the Beach, yeah. I mean, not really the whole, shark attack thing, but the whole, getting drunk and high at the beach. Dude, someone's gonna drown. You know, that, I don't know if any of you guys, have heard of the band Mortician. They're, I have a hard time recommending them because they're, yeah, there's not really they're not incredibly musical, but yeah, their old drummer basically he died because he walked into a lake and basically never he drowned and he was high on PCP I think. So yeah that's don't do drugs and don't do swim at the same time. I mean, don't do drugs at all, but at the same time, don't do swimming at all. Honestly, that's my advice. So doing two things I don't want to do and doing them two things together, mm-mm. Considering, like getting drunk and falling into the ocean. If you're too shit-faced, you're not gonna be able to do anything about it, and then you're gonna die. And it's a pretty embarrassing cause of death. Oh, he's drunk and he drowned. At least it's better than dying as a drunk driver, because, I doubt you'd get much sympathy. At least with that you'd get sympathy. But, nah. If I'm gonna die in my own volition, I don't know. I don't really care all that much, just as long as it's not something like... You know what? You know how I'd want to die? I want a piano to fall on me. That's what I want to happen. That would be fucking brilliant. But then again, something accidentally falling on you, yeah, not great, but whatever. I'll take it. Also, I can't imagine it'll be that painful, Pianos are heavy, they fall on your head. You'll get crushed really quickly. I hope. However, it's not like I'm going to die after having a piano fall on my head. I'm probably going to die of probably some heart condition thing. Yeah, anyways. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would make me really happy to see that. Anyways, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I want Monica to take the poem I'm holding in my hands. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your writing style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, where have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on inside that head of hers. Speak for yourself there. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just wish she wasn't so shy, but still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Right. Misunderstood. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. I know, I was just saying. I'll share my poem with you now. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm not... I ain't reading all that. I feel like... Yeah, okay, she talks too much. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you mean one-dimensional. Right. No. Fourth wall break there. No. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Hold on a second, or is it me, or did you just say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right, you deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is calm foreshadowing at something terrible. Oh, you don't know the half of it. In your books, maybe. The only difference is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the hell did she run off to anyways? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please, show some decency. Actually, she said she wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori, and second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. A curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. I'm not fucking saying that, by the way. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyways, well, way to dismiss that. Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations anyways, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me to sign them. As for Yuri, Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something from Yuri? I am useless. Honestly, if that was me, I'd be okay with, doing nothing. I mean, you know, I mean, I like a free day. What can I say? No, that's not it at all. You're just the most talented person here, Now that Suki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but when she's not around, things are harder. Wow, I really butchered that sentence. That may be the case, but I also can't be a leader on my own that I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, Maybe you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. It'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyways, that just leaves you, Odie, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri will have pretty heavy tasks to handle. It'd probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. Now, there's Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. So like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your ass all day anyways. Monica tries to mumble a bunch of excuses. Natsuki mumbles a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the bacon on your own. The bacon on your own? Odie, you may not like to be around if you only make him to be a nuisance. Therefore, he may be more suited to... Sorry, I gotta go help my dog. I will be back in a sec. What's through, huh? Where you wanting, huh? Okay. Hey, at least I got leg room now. He may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Odie to what you saying. It will be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't. Honestly, both of them sound kind of a pain. But, yeah, I've never had to, I've done graphic design stuff before, and it's alright. I actually quite like it, but baking's a pain. I never cook for a reason, and, I can cook, but, God, it's just a massive pain in the neck. Cooking is just, it's, there's just so much cleaning up to do, rather than, a tray, singular. There's more than just a tray, there's a lot, and it sucks and I hate it. Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Odie to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me, has he? So I'm sure he's interested in... He literally just said... What the hell just happened there? Is the game crashing? Or... Oh, that's not good. Am I gonna have to do this again? An unexpected... Okay, that's great. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try and get back to where I was. I'll see you guys and... I'll see you when I see you. Okay, we're back. It didn't take as long as I thought it would, but... I think I skipped ahead a little bit, but... I'm having to pick one of the girls, so... It's gonna be anyone that I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, and... Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Geez, do you really hate us that much? No, sorry, I didn't mean for it to be this difficult. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica then. Yay, you picked me. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already the most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Odi was the one who... That doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. So we won't do as good of a job of it as if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our events to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. It's technically most logical for Odie to help one of you two, so I guess that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll go for her. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me. Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I could already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... So you'll be helping Yuri then, Odie. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah, I already told you I'd be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Odie? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. It's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki, what? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I mean at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this, I don't really know why Odie picked me. Also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. Nothing I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature, I already know that. You're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with her words, trying to cheer someone up must be far outside her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, then I can tell she tried to say something that Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcake is going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realize I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yeah. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought I'd be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I prefer going to your house. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Odie. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. But you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason that's most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely intense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You want me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door, and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, but who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Okay, so, second day, I've been recording for about an hour. Yeah, I'm done. Bye bye.